Welcome to the Eclectic Thrifter and Crafter, where we thrift and craft with purpose. It's Tea Tuesday, or in my world, Crafty Tuesday. And here's Dumpling. We missed her birthday party this winter, so she's gonna join us today for a cookie. She's sleepy. She hasn't quite woke up yet. She wakes up about 9:30 at night. It's a little bit early. And then she's going to go back. And then she's going to say goodnight for a while. Good night. She's my little friend. Hello. Well, today we're going to do a little bit of unveiling of the build, as well as an unbagging and an unboxing. A couple more items came in for our supplies. I buy my own supplies. I'm not gifted anything, so I have to get them as I'm able to. And I think I'm almost close to having everything I need. This is panettone. This is an Italian fruitcake. I've been hoarding it since Christmas. I only get it once a year, and I just love it. My mother was Italian, and I grew up with this. So let's see what we have today. I did find these on Amazon. I buy the least expensive items that I can afford because I do give myself an allowance each month for thrifting or crafting, and I try to stay within that budget. So these are diamond drill bits. These are used for porcelain and glass. I'm going to be using them to sculpt in paper mache. I will be doing my best to make my own furniture and other decor items such as mirror frames. I found the smallest and finest bits that I could. They weren't very expensive. I think they were $7 for this set. And that's just fine for what I'm going to use. It doesn't have to be a very expensive set. So I was very happy to find those. Our other item is flexible mirrored sheets. So any mirror surfaces such as a dressing table mirror or a stand-up mirror, we're going to be using this surface rather than having glass cut. It will be much easier. It does have a reflective surface, but there is a film over that reflective surface, therefore it seems rather dull. So this is what we're going to use. We're going to try and be very creative and make everything ourselves. I don't have the budget where I can send away for beautiful furniture. I'm going to try and make it out of homemade chipboard and some of the cardboard chipboard that I've sent for. And veneers. I will probably use veneers also. This little item I did not have in my toolbox. It is a tool that I've seen advertised, and this was a good time to purchase it. This item should serve me well for this mini build. I don't necessarily need expensive tools for the crafting that I do. It's not within my budget to get expensive tools. This is a wonderful size. It's 5 inches. And I'm taking a look here. And I see that there are clamps on either side, so you can lock that clamp, and that's how you lock your shape in when you put it up to a corner or a piece of molding that you need to duplicate. So I think this is going to work for us. And for our next box, let's see what's in here. It is a very heavy box. I have an idea what arrived, so we'll see. with all the cardboard and especially this item that's arrived, I'm sure my mail carrier is very happy with me. She's actually quite sweet. Ah, it is joint compound. So this joint compound is a main ingredient in the paper mache I'm going to be making. I might be doing that on Thursday. Thrifting is very thin right now in the wintertime here because it's a small town, very small stores. So we might be making this on Thursday rather than a thrift. I'm not really feeling up to thrifting right now, maybe next week. I'm still a little fatigued from surgery. So let's take a look at what our build is going to look like. While I was resting last week and recuperating, I ran across this picture in an article about castles for sale. And I couldn't believe it. This is exactly what was going on in my head. This picture is flipped around. This is actually the back of the house, not the front, but we're going to make this the front and add a porch with a turreted entrance. Right there is below stairs. I'm going to design this so if we do design a below stairs level, it can be added on the bottom. Each level is going to be built one at a time, and that's where the entrance is going to be with the turreted top. At that uppermost peak, this build will stand possibly 30 to 36 inches high, which is going to make my husband very happy. He's going to start panicking when he starts seeing it come together in the front room on the dining table. He's going to go, how are we going to get out of the house? This section right there is that peak right there. And that's going to be a little bit higher of a level. It might be even with that turret to the left. And that's why it's on a separate cut, because each paper cut that you see I'll be folding over is another level. So right here, this is the roof line just above the servants' quarters. There'll be added windows and designs as we go along. This is just sort of a rough draft. This project I will be flying by the seat of my pants. It'll be designed one level at a time. The outer facade will be put on very last, and we'll talk about that in just one moment. So this is kind of a rough draft of what each level is going to look like. That is potentially the stairway from the kitchen that will be on the first floor. And that will go up to the servants' quarters. And each level will be designed to fit together. It'll be kind of a spur of the moment sort of thing. This is the second level. So this is where all the bedrooms are going to be. The stairwell will open up into this level, and that will be designed as I go along. I have to get that stairwell measured, and it's going to spiral up and work its way up to that second floor. So this is the first floor where the living and dining areas are. The exact dimensions are not set in stone yet. This is going to be Butler's pantry and kitchen. So that's the library. From the second floor, of the library, there's going to be a secret room accessible only from the library area. And I'll explain how that will be able to be seen when we talk about the facade. So that's going to be the secret room. And there's the library. When I thought of this house, I thought about the professor's house in the Chronicles of Narnia that the Pevensey children go to stay during the war. And this is where I imagine a large English home that's about 400 years old to be. A lot of history. I hope to show a lot of how these homes travel through time. That's my goal when designing the decor. So that'll be a bedroom. And the stairway will wind up somewhere right there, and there's a hallway. And there'll be 3 bedrooms on that side. And each of the bedrooms will have a name. So as I do the build, I will also be making the furniture and the decor in between, showing you the different stages of the build. I hope to have the mini build framed out by late spring and ready to have the decor put on this summer, and then work on the facade at the same time. So we'll make this one a schoolroom and nursery. We're going to make that entrance big enough for a nice Christmas tree. I hope to have this finished by Christmas. And then that's that first floor. And that's where the Christmas tree will go. That is going to be a hallway to the kitchen. Then the door to the library, all winding around, and all of them will be accessible from the outside. This will be the Butler's pantry. I think it would be fun to have a large house like this and have several generations living in it. Now this is basically the whole shape of the house. That rim that you see, that will be all of the doors that will open up. That's the facade. They will be able to open up to expose all the rooms. Some sections will be fixed. Other sections will be able to be hinged out. I'll be using piano hinges so that the inside will be accessible. I'm going to darken the line around the edge so that you'll see that I'm going to be working with a basic rectangle as far as the build. And all the shape of this house will be created by the facade itself. Some of the facade, when you open it up, they will almost be like little mini rooms where the turrets are. And we'll see that as we go along. But we'll be working with a basic rectangle. The dimensions, as I stated, are not set in stone at the moment. I'll be working on that this week before I get started on the levels. And all the walls and electrical will have to go up one at a time. This side might be fixed and only exposed from the front in the back. We'll have to see. Plans can change. The middle bedroom, of course, there will be a way of opening it from that side. I just have to figure out how all the different viewing areas are going to come together. Once I get the rectangle and the floors up, it will all come together quite easily. I'm actually going to be framing the facade doors with yardsticks because they're pre-cut, they're the perfect width, and then they will be covered with cardboard and then again textured with the paper mache. So that's how that's going to work. Well, that's about all that I have for you today. I'll try and catch up with you on Thursday with a little more talk about the paper mache, and I might have a small decorative item completed by then. It's been kind of a tiring week for me. Please like and subscribe, share in the comments below, and if you have any ideas, I'd like to hear them. Please share my thrifting and crafting channel with your thrifting and crafting friends. We are on Instagram. Please check us out. Don't forget to hit that notification button for announcements for future thrifts and crafts. But most of all, have a lovely, lovely day.